Argentina's bracket does not look like a road, it looks like a trap door. Jordan are the first door, but behind it could be Spain, France, and then one of Brazil, Germany, or the Netherlands. So the question is not just whether Messi beats Jordan, it is where the maze is designed to break him. Argentina won Group J with 6 points. That matters, because in this expanded World Cup, winning the group does not mean the road becomes gentle. It just means the next door opens, and the next door is Jordan. On paper, Argentina will be expected to control this match. More of the ball, more territory, more shots, more pressure around the box. But knockout football does not care about paper. Jordan's best chance is not to trade punches for 90 minutes. Their best chance is to turn the game into a locked room. Deep defensive lines, narrow spaces, a crowd of shirts in front of goal. Then, when Argentina push too many players forward, one fast counterattack into the empty grass behind them. That is the first trap. Not that Jordan need to dominate, they do not. They only need one moment that makes the favorite feel the clock. A loose touch near midfield, a foul near the corner, a set piece dropping into a crowded penalty area. A first half that stays 0-0 for too long. Because when a favorite starts to feel time disappearing, the game changes. Passes get forced, fullbacks climb higher, the stadium gets nervous. And suddenly the underdog is not just defending a scoreline, they are defending a story. But Jordan are only the first problem. Because if Argentina survive that door, the next possible room may be built for suffocation. Spain could be waiting in the round of 16 if the nearby results and knockout ties fall that way. That is still a projection, not a confirmed matchup. But tactically, it is one of the most uncomfortable paths Argentina could face. Jordan would try to shrink the game near Argentina's attacking box. Spain would try to shrink the game everywhere. Their danger is the press, the midfield trap, the 5-second wave after losing the ball, where Argentina think they have escaped, and then suddenly 3 Spanish shirts close the exit. That is how Spain can make Messi receive the ball deeper. And that detail matters. Messi near the penalty area is a final pass, a shot, a foul. A defender frozen for half a second. Messi near the halfway line is still dangerous, but now Argentina need another move, another runner, another perfect connection before the chance becomes real. Spain's question would be simple. Can Argentina build cleanly under pressure without dragging Messi too far from goal? If the answer is yes, Argentina can still slice through. If the answer is no, the match becomes a cage, and every possession starts to feel like a test they have to pass before they are even allowed to attack. But here is what almost nobody noticed. This route is not dangerous because of one giant. It is dangerous because every giant asks Argentina a completely different question. Jordan asks if Argentina can stay calm. Spain asks if Argentina can breathe. And France, if the bracket opens that direction in the quarterfinal, would ask something even colder. Can Argentina survive the sprint back toward their own goal? France are the nightmare transition team in this kind of bracket. They do not need to own the whole match to ruin it. They can wait for one bad pass, one midfielder facing the wrong way, one fullback caught 10 meters too high. Then the picture changes in 2 seconds. The ball moves forward. The defensive line turns. The crowd lifts. And Argentina are not controlling tempo anymore. They are chasing shadows into their own box. That is the danger of France in a quarterfinal. It is not just talent, it is punishment speed. Against Jordan, a mistake might become pressure. Against Spain, a mistake might become a lost possession. Against France, a mistake can become a shot before Argentina even recover their shape. And think about the emotional weight of that round. A quarterfinal is close enough to smell the final, but far enough that nobody remembers the almost. Lose there, and the story does not become one last magical run. It becomes the night the path closed. That is why the French matchup, if it happens, would feel like the steepest tactical cliff. Argentina would need patience with the ball, but not laziness. Width, but not recklessness. Courage, but not chaos. They would need to attack a giant without feeding the giant. And if they somehow pass that test, the maze does not end, it widens. The semi-final projection is still open, because the other results decide which giant comes through. It could be Brazil, it could be Germany, it could be the Netherlands. 3 very different storms. Brazil would bring wide chaos, 1v1 battles on the wings, sudden switches of play. A match where Argentina's fullbacks could spend the whole night choosing between stepping up and getting burned behind. Germany would bring tempo and structure. The kind of pressure that does not always look spectacular, but slowly moves you backward until a corner, a second ball, or a late runner becomes the punishment. The Netherlands would bring patience, size, and aerial pressure. They can stretch a match into long phases where Argentina have the ball, but every clearance, cross, and set piece feels heavier than the last. And this is where the bracket stops being a path and becomes a pressure test. By the semi-final, Argentina may not only be fighting an opponent, they may be fighting the miles already in their legs. Because knockout runs leave marks. A tense round of 32 takes energy. A midfield war with Spain takes rhythm. A transition battle with France takes lungs. Then the semi-final asks for one more perfect night against a completely new problem. This is the part that gets missed when people say a team has an easy first matchup. A World Cup is not won by beating the first name on the bracket. It is won by surviving the pattern. And Argentina's projected pattern could be brutal. Low block, press, transition. Physical giant, final. Each round strips away a different comfort. First, the comfort of time. Then the comfort of space. Then the comfort of safety. Then the comfort of freshness. By the final, if Argentina get there, the opponent could be another surviving superpower from the opposite half of the bracket. But the biggest enemy may not even be tactical anymore. It may be fatigue, emotion, expectation. The noise around Messi, the knowledge that every touch could be replayed forever. That is what makes this path feel so dangerous. Not because Argentina are weak. They are not. But because the knockout stage does not ask who has the best story. It asks who can solve the next problem before the next problem solves them. Jordan cannot be treated like a formality. Spain, if they arrive, cannot be treated like just another possession team. France, if they arrive, cannot be given open grass. Brazil, Germany, or the Netherlands cannot be fought with tired decisions. And the final cannot be played with the emotion of the ending before the whistle even starts it. So the answer to the big question is this. Messi's projected path is not one monster at the end of the road. It is a series of doors, and each door is designed to punish a different mistake. The first mistake is panic. The second is losing control. The third is leaving space. The fourth is running out of legs. And the last is letting the moment become bigger than the match. That is the gauntlet. Jordan are the door. Spain could be the cage. France could be the sprint. Brazil, Germany, or the Netherlands could be the wall. And somewhere beyond all of it is one final night, where Messi may stand 90 minutes from the perfect ending, or one mistake from the final heartbreak.